He's so funny. Are you Mr. Link? Are you Mr. Link? That's nice. We love each other. We really do. We love each other so much. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I thought I would do a video about kind of everything that comes with adopting a cat. Basically, you know, stuff that I wish I had known going into it. So I adopted Lincoln this past October, so October 2019. Why don't we introduce him to the people? This is Linky. He's like, Mom, stop. He's actually a very dog-like cat, like very snuggly. He licks me, he greets me at the door when I come home from work. It kind of all started, I live in DC. It started when I went to this cat cafe we have here and I just spent time playing with them and knew I love cats. I just felt ready. Like it was a time in my life when I could handle it, and I knew that I wasn't quite ready for a dog. As much as I love dogs, like I am equally a cat and a dog person, which I feel like you don't hear often, but I genuinely don't love one more than the other. Like I love both, but I knew at this time in my life it made more sense to get a cat than a dog, just because cats are a lot more low maintenance, and when you work a full-time job and you are budgeting, basically a cat is just easier. Like you can leave them alone for longer periods of time. You don't have to take them out to walk. You just clean their litter. They're just overall more low maintenance than dogs. I knew I was ready to adopt a cat, and so I decided to go to the Humane Alliance. If anyone happens to be watching this that's in DC, it's the one on New York Avenue. Of course knew I wanted to like rescue. So I went to the shelter and basically picked out Mr. Link. Lincoln is not the name he was given. I chose that just because he's a DC cat and I liked that I could call him Link or Linky. Lots of nickname potential. I think he just sneezed, which is not common if he's not sick. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the things that I didn't know and wish I had known. First thing is that yes, cats are less expensive than dogs, but don't think that just because you're rescuing the cat that it will be like cheap. Like there basically is still a decent amount of fees and just, you know, money involved. So just make sure you're financially ready to make this decision. So just a bit of an overview, like at the shelter that I adopted Lincoln from, actually doing the adoption only costed $125, and I think a lot of shelters would do similar, but I just want to clarify that like you are going to be paying more than just that. So, you know, just starting off, there's a few things you need, like you have to buy them the litter box and the litter and food, and maybe like some toys for them to play with, because kittens have a ton of energy. You have to buy them stuff to start out with, and you're also gonna have to take them to the vet pretty quickly after you get them to make sure they get like their booster shots and everything. The shelter I went to actually gave me some sort of coupon or certificate that made that first visit a bit cheaper. I don't know if they all do that. And you know, there's just unforeseen circumstances. So I'm sure this won't happen to everyone, but Lincoln actually came home, and I like didn't realize this when I picked him up, but within like a day or two, he definitely had a cold. Like he was sneezing and he was just so mellow and seemed off. And I think it's just because a lot of the cats, unfortunately, that are at shelters are like more prone to illness in that type of environment, which with a bunch of animals and a bunch of people coming in all the time, like, and especially that time of year. I went in the fall, so yeah, he had a cold, and I, you know, took him to the vet, and it cost money to get him the antibiotic he needed and the visit and everything. And then crazy enough, he fought that off and was healthy within like a week, and then only like 2 or 3 weeks later he got an eye infection. Like his eyes were all runny and just icky and gross, and clearly like there was something wrong. So then I had to take him to the vet again, and then the eye drops, and that visit costs money. So, you know, of course, like hopefully when you adopt a cat, they're gonna be perfectly healthy, and now Lincoln is perfectly healthy. Those were just like flukes, but just stuff can happen. So basically, like, don't adopt a cat on a whim if you have like $10 to your name, you know? Like, you don't just need the fee for doing the actual adoption, you're going to need like money for other things as well. The next thing you should know is that I mentioned kittens have a lot of energy, but they also just in general get into a lot of mischief. Yeah, I would basically say just like be prepared for that, and also like come up with ways maybe that like you can discipline them from the get-go, because I definitely slacked on like enforcing discipline on Lincoln, and now it's not too late, but it's just like very hard to get him to like not do things. Some examples are that they love knocking things off of things, like anything that's sitting out on the counter knocks it onto the floor. They love like rolling out your toilet paper. If you have live plants in your apartment, they love playing with plants, and oftentimes because they are playing with them, that'll get knocked over. They just like get very into things and love little things that they can push around and play with. A, you kind of have to expect it so you don't get too frustrated, and B, like if you can maybe get a spray water bottle for them or some method of disciplining. The thing is, cats don't really like respond to no the way dogs do. Like a dog is very like, they like being rewarded by like
cutie voices and like good boy.
You know, if you say no, like they feel bad. Cats don't have that. Cats are bitches, honestly. Like they have an attitude and they don't like care if they do something wrong. So like just yelling isn't gonna help. No matter how many times I've said it doesn't work on them. So basically I would say just like be prepared, you know, maybe if you're a super OCD clean person, that was my laundry being ready. Yeah, like if you're a super OCD person and like you hate things out of their place and stuff like that, like maybe a kitten wouldn't be for you. Like maybe you want to adopt an older, more tired cat. Like kittens will get into shit. That is really the best way I can put it. The next thing to know is it's recommended, and now that I just got one cat, I can see why, but it is recommended to get 2 cats together. Like some places won't even let you adopt like a cat without their sibling or playmate or whatever, and like want you to take 2. I went somewhere that lets you just get 1. I believe that like him having a loving home here is much better than him being in a shelter. Now that I've had him for about 5 months-ish solo, like I know for a fact when I'm ready, I will be adopting another kitten. Like I firmly believe Link needs a bit of a playmate, and I just think like the more time he could be spending playing with the other cat, I mean, of course, like I love playing with him, like I'm happy to, it doesn't bother me, but just like thinking about all the energy he has, kind of being here alone while I'm at work, I love the thought of like 2 cats having each other whenever I'm not here, or just like to kind of run each other down on energy a bit. And like I know it would be a bit more work for me, but I just definitely think it would be worth it. So that's something to keep in mind, is like I feel like a lot of people don't get 1 cat and then stick with having just 1 cat. Like there's a reason you hear of people that end up with 8 or 9 by accident. Like it's a bit hard to explain, but once they're in your home, you just get it. Like you just get why there should be more than 1. I can't think of anyone I know that has just 1 cat. Like my age, yes, but every like family I know that has cats has more than 1. I feel like, let me know if you haven't noticed this too, but any like family I know, it's like they have 2 cats. If you get 1, you'll probably want more. It's kind of like tattoos. If you get 1, you'll probably want more. I also experienced that phenomenon. I really thought I would get just 1 tattoo, and I'm on number like 5. Maybe I'll end up with 5 cats. Really hope not. This one is a quick one, but I wish I knew initially that you need to buy a big litter box, because they like to kick it around, and I was perpetually cleaning my floor around the litter, and I am just so much happier now that I have gotten a mat under the litter that captures all the litter he kicks out, and it's also high enough so it's harder for him to kick it out. That's a quick one, but like once you have a cat, you'll get it and you'll thank me. Like you just need to prevent the amount of litter everywhere, because I was constantly vacuuming and sweeping that up. That's really it. I love you. I wanted to keep it short and sweet because it's been amazing. Like I really don't have that much I would say about it. Like really all you need to know is you're gonna be doing some cleaning. If you get a good cat like I did, I mean, he's really the sweetest thing. It's easy, like they're low maintenance, like I said. So as long as you're like financially prepared and know what you're getting yourself into, I would say do it. Adopt the cat. I haven't regretted it for a second, and I don't think you will either. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and like this video, and I will be back soon with another one. Bye.